everybody, it's Molly here. So today I'm going to be doing a soft-spoken get ready with me, like going out makeup. This is going to be the makeup that I do normally when I'm going out to get drinks or hanging out, just doing anything fun, which actually I've been doing a lot recently. I've been going out to bars and drinking like it's my fucking job. But anyway, I'm going to be just using the iPhone mic in this video just because it's a lot easier for makeup videos to kind of do it like that. And there are small children playing outside and a psychotic pug that has been running around like a maniac. So before we start the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Dossier. They so kindly reached out and wanted to do another collaboration with me, which is awesome. I really enjoy their products. I worked with them a few months ago, I believe, and I've been using their scents ever since, and I love them. So they reached out and wanted to do another little collaboration. So they sent me some more scents to try. If you guys don't know, Dossier is a fragrance company that makes scents that are very similar to designer perfumes and other fragrances, but they make them for a fraction of the price. So it's like you can try out different scents that you like. You can always send them back if you don't like them. But so far, I've loved every scent that they've sent me, and they're basically just inspired by perfumes. So I got one. This is one that I got last time, and I literally used half the bottle. This is Fruity Almond, but I got two more to try, and the quality of the glass is super nice, and the lid is like magnetic. So they're really pretty. They're simple. They look great on. I keep my scents like over there, but I just grabbed this one for right now. But I got two more to try out. This is Ambery Saffron. So this one, I sprayed it. I've worn this a few times. It is incredible. I believe this is like one of their unisex scents. So it's for, oh my god, this smells like a man, like just like a good smelling, beautiful man. But it has notes of, and they give you a little card that kind of tells you the notes and what scent it was inspired by. So the top notes are saffron, orange blossom, middle notes of jasmine, plum, cedarwood, and base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. So it is a very like woodsy scent, but very masculine, which I normally don't wear, but it smells like absolutely incredible. And I love the way it sprays out too, like it sprays out a perfect amount of product. I also keep one in my car too, which is great because like on the go, you always want to smell good. So this was inspired by Mason Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 550 Eau de Parfum. But yes, you can, like I said, you can return these if you don't like the scent either, but so cute. So we love her. And this is the cute little box that it comes in. So just wanted to show you guys that. And then the other one I got is this one, which is Citrus Green Apple. And these are 1.7 fluid ounces. This one is also very different from any, I wanted to try out like scents that I normally wouldn't go for. So this one has top notes, let me see, obviously of green apple, lime, cedrat, middle notes of bluebell, jasmine, and rose, and then base notes of amber, cedarwood, and musk. So this one is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue for Women. I've heard of this perfume like my whole life, basically. So I wanted to try this one out. And this one, again, it's very citrusy, not something I would normally go for, but it's very light. I'm like, smell it. Here, smell it. You guys want to smell it? You can just like, if you just come a little bit closer, you can kind of smell it. It's citrus green apple. It's so good. And they also tell you on the website, like, how to layer the scents to create like basically a whole new scent. So I think a few of these were meant to be layered together, but these just smell so good. Like the muskiness of the other one, and then kind of like the sweetness of this green apple one. Oh my god, incredible. This one actually like is making me thirsty a little bit, like for I don't know, but yeah. It says our mission is to deliver the highest quality luxury inspired fragrances at a fair price, giving you the freedom to explore new scents. Thank you for giving us a try. Highly recommend Dossier. I'm gonna have a link in the description that you guys can use to get some money off if you guys want to try them out. Again, like I rarely get sponsorships, but the ones that I do, I really enjoy, and I would never steer you guys wrong because, you know, I'm an honest queen over here. So I'm gonna close up the box. This is the box, and this you could save. Like, this is a great sturdy box. I sound like my dad right now, but like, come on guys, get with it. So again, thank you for collaborating on this video with me. Please go check out Dossier if you haven't. Just click the link in the bio and you'll get some money off, and they're already at a really fair price. I'm running out of money, so I'm someone who definitely appreciates that. All right, so we're gonna get into the makeup now. I'm going to try to be calm and give you guys a relaxing vibe here. Sometimes I feel like when I don't use my mic, I'm like, is this not ASMR? But it 100% is. But I know some of you guys really like soft spoken with the iPhone mic, so yeah. I'm gonna just sip on my matcha as well. So I've already washed my face, and by that I mean I've wiped it with a micellar water pad and I put on some moisturizer because my skin is just not doing very well. I have a dry spot here, but I just picked it off. Great. So I've done that, moisturized. I've just left on my mascara. Oh, hey, stop. I've left on my mascara because I don't really want to do all that right now. So the first thing I'm going to start with is a primer. I'm also going to be doing like a beauty favorites video, but I'm not going to be including any makeup products, so this can serve as like a makeup favorites video as well, because all the stuff that I've been using I've been absolutely loving. So this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Incredible. This will literally keep your makeup on all day long. This is by Milk. I've already said that, but there are small children outside that feel the need to be screaming right now, and that's why I fucking hate kids, to be honest. All right, so we're going to, first things first, we're going to spot conceal all of these blemishes here. I'm going to take, this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose. Very heavy duty concealer, very much comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape, but I don't have like pot concealer, so I just kind of put that on the back of my hand and then pop this over my blemishes here. Now what I like to do is kind of stop. I like to let this dry down because I feel like it just covers everything so much better than if you were to just put on like foundation. This just kind of gives an extra layer of coverage here. Oh, and I also have a pimple here, so that's been really great. And my mirror is right here as well. So I have a lovely little pimple. Sorry, do you want some concealer too? I can give you guys some concealer. Here you go. All right, so while that's kind of drying down, I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now for this, I use my NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. It has a spoolie on one end, and it has the brow pencil on the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by kind of brushing out my brows. And this fucking light is not really lighting here, so I just start by filling in the bottom and the top, and then just kind of doing the front of the brow. I try to not do as heavy in the front, but I always end up kind of doing it like that accidentally. This is really difficult with this lighting. Then do the same thing to the other side. Filling this in. Also just kind of like brushing as we go. I am not very good at eyebrows. I will admit that. And will I practice my brows? No. Will I get better at them? Probably not. But yeah, so I just like to make sure that they're all filled in and just kind of create more of a shape and a darkness to them. Okay. So now that those are looking like eyebrows, I have very light eyebrows. Also, these eyebrows are dyed, so that's not my natural brow. So I'm gonna take that same brush. Oh, this was, I have no idea. I think this at one point was a Morphe brush. But I am just going to start carving out my eyebrows. I know this is a very 2016 thing to do, but I don't know, I just feel like it does a lot, for me at least. I might need more concealer. But yeah, I'll just take the concealer and just start carving. And bring it down also onto my eyelid. Normally I would use an eye primer, but I'm probably going to be taking this makeup off, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use a primer. Probably not, to be honest. Sorry if you can't see this, I just don't want it to turn out like shit. To drag it down, dragging these nuts across your face. Guys, like I said, I've been going out a lot, so I've kind of perfected my routine a little bit. I used to like try to switch it up with like eyeshadow and shit, but now that I've found something that works for me and I can do it kind of quickly, I'm like, yes, let's leave it like this. I can see a little bit under there. Okay. So those are the brows kind of carved out a little bit. Beautiful. So this is still like kind of drying down. Still drying down on my face. So I'm just gonna get my eyeshadow brushes here. And like I said, I kind of have a routine that I've been doing. So I'm just gonna continue to do that. I also have these little spoolies that I like to use just to kind of blend this. I will set these in a minute, but there we go. Okay, so this is the eye primer that I use. This is the OG eye primer. There's no other one. Remember when it had like a little squeezy tube on it? That was amazing. Now it's just a wand, and honestly, I feel like people don't really use eye primer anymore. Back in the day, it used to be a very big thing, but I have very oily eyelids, so I need to use an eye primer or else my eyeshadow will crease. That's not really my fault. I was just born this way. So this is by Urban Decay. Love the purple. We're in a very much purpley phase right now. So I've been doing my eyeshadow with this Tartelette in Bloom palette. So what I do, I'll just show you guys the shades now so we don't need to keep coming back to this. This goes all over the lid. These three go in the crease. This one goes in like deeper in the crease, and then this is the sparkly shade on my eye. So I'm going to take a Morphe M166 brush, just like a flat brush like this. We're just going to pop this all over the eyelid. And for me, putting like a neutral color all over my eyelid just helps blend it a little bit more. And I don't know, the colors just for me go on a little bit better. I don't know why I'm holding the brush like a moron, but I am. Matcha break. Why am I drinking matcha at 6 p.m.? I don't know. I make better matcha than fucking Starbucks does. Okay. Now we're gonna go with a dirty. All my makeup brushes are dirty. I'm just gonna say that right now. This is the Morphe M433. It's just like a big fluffy blending brush, and I just kind of dip it into all those three colors and just start blending it into my crease. And this also helps because the brush is dirty, so it already has some product on there. And we're just kind of creating dimension and just blending it like this. Don't really care, to be honest. Not something that is super important to me. That just got everywhere, but that's okay. So I personally, what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn, where was I going with that? I don't know. Hold on, we might need to do a little bit of this right now. Turn down the brightness if you're trying to fall asleep. I'm so sorry. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, I like to do like the eyes at the same time. So like whatever I do to one eye, I just do it to the other eye. Do you guys do that, or do you do like one full eye and then the next? All right, so next I go in with the Morphe M456 brush, which is a little bit smaller. You can kind of see. And this, I take the darker shade and just pop that right on the edge and just make sure to kind of blend that out. I feel like I have a pretty defined crease, so I don't know. As long as everything's blended, I really don't give a fuck. I also go in with this brush too. This is like a clean brush. Oh, this is the Morphe M330 brush, and I will just kind of, this is like a way fluffier brush that I just used to kind of blend all that together. But I'll take this again and just pop it in the outer corner. Eyeshadow isn't that hard. Sometimes if I'm feeling really lazy, I will literally just put like a dark shimmery shade, like something like this, and I'll just put that all over my lid and then just use a brown shadow just to like blend it out. I used to do that all the time, but I've kind of been fucking with the dimension of this a little bit more. I'm like using this mirror, but it's so dirty. Ew, like all that was just on the mirror. I'm a disgusting little girl. Okay, so we're just gonna keep blending this, darken it up. Again, most of the time this is the makeup I wear if I'm going out or something, so it's normally dark, so I'm not too pressed about it. As horrible as that is, and this will stay all night. All right, so next I'm gonna take the little flat brush. And this is the Morphe M142, and I'm gonna just dip into that shimmer shade and pop that. This is the best brush for like dispensing like a dispensing. I don't know if that's the right word. A shimmery shade. Like normally I would just use my fingers, But this brush actually works so much better. Can you guys see? So just kind of do it like that. And then I just go back in with the lighter brown shade and just try to get that going like this. Do you guys see my eyes? They're so pretty. You can't really see, but that's okay. This isn't a tutorial, bitch. Okay. Next, I will take this brush, which is kind of dirty. It's supposed to be clean. This is one of the Morphe by X Jaclyn Hill brushes, JH33. I'll just take that same color that I put on my eyelid earlier, that like cream color, and just kind of run it over the blending just to make sure everything looks okay. Just think this side, it needs a little bit more brown. You know, you just add and take away and add and take away. But yeah, I think that's good for right this second. Now we're not done with the eyes, but we're done for right now with the eyes, okay? Because we have to do the inner corner and then underneath and stuff, but we got to do our foundation. So now that this is kind of dried down, we are going to do our foundation. I have a ton of foundations that I like to wear, but recently I've been loving the Maybelline Superstay 30-hour foundation. It has a pump. My pump is always crusted over. It's my only complaint about this foundation. But, oh, I thought my garbage was down there. Fucker. Whatever. I love this foundation. I'm in the shade Natural Ivory, which is like a dark shade, but for some reason it's been working for me. What I am going to do though is I'm going to start just with this e.l.f. Halo Glow. Now somehow this is the lightest shade. It is in the shade Fair, or yeah, shade 1, Fair. So this is the lightest shade, but this is just a Halo Glow filter. You just kind of pop this on the high points of your face. And it just gives a really pretty glow. Like you can just see the shade difference, but honestly it blends out fine. I like this, and I also like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, but this one is way cheaper. Before we blend our foundation though, I'm just going to spray with some MAC Fix Plus. I found this at Marshall's. Isn't that amazing? I just feel like doing that first kind of locks everything in. So I'm just gonna pop a pump of this on the back of my hand, a little bit more than a pump, and my beauty blender, which, as we guessed it, is dirty. And I'm just going to blend this into my face. This foundation is so pretty. It's a great shade match for me somehow. It stays like crazy. I've done some wild shit in this foundation, and it doesn't feel super thick on the skin, and as you wear it throughout the night, like it doesn't like pill, or I found that some foundations can just like start to gather like around here, around my nose. For me, they just start to look a little funny. But this one is, I don't know, I have almost like no complaints, and the staying power is great. The finish is great. It's not super matte, not super dewy, just like honestly the perfect foundation. I love it. Maybe not for every day. I mean, if you want to, of course you could, but it's a little bit high coverage. but it's great because I want to look fake. I want to look plastic. I want to look fake. Oh, I feel like this is just not doing me justice here. But yeah, so I'm just gonna blend it. I mean, my skin looks great, even up close. Like if I get up close, you guys can kind of see. But I wish I had a better camera. Someone wants to buy me a camera, that'd be fucking great. Okay, so that's that. Again, good shade match for me. I am very pale anyway, so it works out fine. And honestly, this is not that expensive. It's drugstore. I don't really know how much it was, to be honest, but I think it maybe around like 12, 14 bucks, maybe less. I have no idea, to be honest. So that's settling in my face. I'm going to start to conceal. For spot concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10 Fair. And then for brightening and like under eyes, the same, the Hydrating Camo Concealer, the satin one. So I just popped this where I have some bad blemishes. So my whole fucking face. Again, we've already concealed, so it did a great job of hiding that. And then I'm also just gonna pop some concealer under my eyes. Just like that, kind of, you know, in that type of motion. I've heard that you're not, remember when we used to draw the triangles? Apparently you're not supposed to draw the triangles anymore. You're just supposed to do it like this, okay? So we've got that. I'm gonna let that kind of dry down on my face a little bit while I do my cream bronzer and cream blush. Now this is what I use for bronzer. This is the, is it contour? I don't fucking know. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in a dark, like a very dark shade. I do not have the shade number for this, but this is a great, I love this stuff for like regular concealer. I have my own shade. I used to use it all the time. I just haven't recently. But this is great for contouring, for anything. And then I'm gonna blend that out with the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. It has a thicker side and a thinner side. I'm getting serious deja vu right now. And I just pop this in my cheekbones and my temples. So I guess this is contour. I don't know. What's the difference between contour and bronzing? I don't know. But you do have to kind of work with this fast because it will dry down. And I know a lot of people contour their nose. I just have no idea how to do that, so I don't. I feel like it looks good without looking like muddy. Like you can kind of see it's definitely like, you can see where it warmed up my face. It's definitely more reddish. And then I just kind of carved out my cheekbones and made me, gives a color back to my face. This is like one of my favorite steps. Like now that I know how to do this part, like it's a staple in my like makeup routine, so I always do it. All right. Again, if I were to contour my nose, I've done it before. I've used this side and I've just kind of like brought it down like this, but I don't want to fuck with that right now. So I won't. So now I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and get this in again, just kind of covering up my spot, and then going underneath my eye, focusing on the inner corner and going out to the outside like this. Okay, I'm popping that. I also don't like a super wet beauty blender. Like this is kind of dried a little bit. I like to wet it like way before I do my makeup if I remember, or sometimes I'll like wet it the day before to use it the next day. But I also really like the e.l.f. sponge, the purple one. This one, mine's so dirty. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I should be arrested for this. But this one is really great too. I love that sponge, and it's like $3. Where this beauty blender is like 20, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now that that is all blended in, let me just make sure. Yeah, you can kind of see, I mean, you can still see my spots and everything, but I feel like it's just giving a really pretty glow. Oh shoot, so I always forget this step, but normally under my foundation, I like to use this Fenty Beauty liquid kilowatt, and it's a fluid freestyle highlighter. I guess I could use it right now actually. Oops, I just kind of pop this like on the higher points of my cheeks. Just kind of blend that in. I know we kind of, I said that we left highlighter is something I don't really use that much anymore. Sometimes I will, but I don't know, I just feel like it's very 2016, and I kind of overdid it with the highlighter back in the day. So, and I will use this also like on my chest if I'm wearing like kind of a low cut top. I also got, the Makeup by Mario foundation, which I also really love this, but it is very like dewy. And I don't know, sometimes when I go out, I feel like, you know, if you're at the bar or a club or something, you're a little sweaty, you're close to people, and this can kind of accentuate with the sweat and with the warmth. So I like this for every day. It's very lightweight, it's great foundation, but I do feel the need to powder a lot more with this, even though I don't have oily skin. But yeah, this one's great, and I'm in the shade 2N, I think. Who fucking knows? I might not be. All right, next we're gonna go in with our blush. This is the Rare Beauty blush. I do literally the 2 smallest dots because I get so scared with this. This is in the shade Happy. Perfect shade for me. And I just got this at Marshall's actually. This Morphe R46 brush. It's a blush brush, I think, but it's pink and I love it. And this, like, look at those 2 little dots. You just gotta be careful with this shit. And I pop it on my nose too. So pretty. So pretty. Love her. Okay, so next, now that we have all of our cream products just like sitting on our face, sometimes I love the way that this looks. I'm just like, I wish I could leave it like this, but we can't. So I'm gonna powder my face down. The Holy Grail, the One Size translucent powder. I'm almost out of this. Thankfully, I got them for Christmas. And these little powder puffs are life-changing. TikTok definitely influenced me to buy them, but they really do, like, they make the powder go on so smooth, and they just, like, look at my under eyes right now. Like, it just, like, makes everything so cunty. And I just kind of, like, pop it all over my face. I know you're supposed to bake. I just haven't been baking lately. I don't know, it feels so heavy on my face, but these are definitely great for baking. So is this powder. Me literally powdering my double chin. But yeah, I just really make sure to get like under my eyes. These powder puffs I just got off Amazon. Go, run to get these. Oop, I got a little bit on the eyeshadow. That's okay. Also a great way to kind of, you know, blend out your shadow. Okay. So now that we've powdered, here's my trick. This is my little hack. Because I feel very dry and very powdery. We are going to spray our face with a little bit of setting spray. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh setting spray. I also feel like I just have way too much under my eye. So I'm going to spray this while my face is freshly powdered. And this is just, I literally brings back life to your face. It feels amazing. And I just kind of blend it a little bit more with this. And then at this point, I'm going to put on my eyebrow gel. This is the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. And I just run this through my brows, and this keeps them in place forever. These brows are not fucking moving. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is I'm just going to powder, like put some bronzer on and some blush. So I've actually I forgot I had this. I got this I think as like a birthday sample or something, but it's the NARS Laguna bronzer. This used to be the shit back in the day. I remember all the beauty gurus to talk about this and the Orgasm blush, and NARS was so expensive, so I've never had anything by NARS before. But I just kind of put this where I put the contour before, and this is just an e.l.f. like big fluffy brush. But I also bring it down my neck too, especially if I'm wearing a top that's a little bit lower cut. And you know, I was on a date with this guy and he was like talking shit about like how he doesn't like how girls, like when girls wear a lot of makeup. Meanwhile I'm sitting there full beat like, but he was saying how he doesn't like when girls like put on a bunch of makeup, it's messy, blah blah blah, whatever. I never saw him again after that, but he was like, yeah, and I hate it when like a girl's face doesn't match her neck. And I was like, I literally said, I was like, is that a dig at me? I said, does my face not match my neck? He was like, no, like you look great. But he was like, that's just something I always notice. And I was like, okay, fuck off. I'm gonna go in with the same blush brush and my all-time favorite blush, which is the Becca Flower Child. This is also from Marshalls. I get most of my high-end like makeup from Marshalls. And that's that. And this has sparkles in it, so I'm not gonna put any highlighter on. But yeah, this is my favorite blush, and when this runs out, I will be ending my life. Okay, so we're almost finished. We're just gonna go back in and touch up the eyes real quick. Sometimes I just kind of put a little bit more brown in there. Make sure that my sparkles are on point. And they are looking good. And then I will take the initial crease shades on just a little flat brush. This is an e.l.f. smudge brush. And I just run this underneath my lash line. Sometimes I'll switch it up and I'll do like a black liner or a white liner in the waterline, depending on the vibe, depending on the mood. But I have just been trying to go lighter. I used to also do thick black eyeliner, not too thick, but like definitely thick enough. But I've kind of stopped doing that. Sometimes I will, but right now I'm just like not in the mood. And then the last piece for the eyeshadow, I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I don't know why I ever bought this. Like the shades are pretty, but I just feel like they're a little too yellowy for me. But I love the highlight shade in this. So I just kind of popped it. Let me just make sure there's nothing in my eyeball. Oh, and there is. I could fucking pick up my eyes all day. Okay, so we just kind of put this inner corner highlight. And I pop this right on the tip of my nose, and people go feral for that. And I also will put a little bit under my eyeball. I mean, my eyebrow. Okay. I love this Naked Honey palette. I love the way it feels. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. I'm just gonna brush through the brow one more time, just to make sure that that brow gel isn't clumped anywhere. And this is the white eyeliner. These are all the brushes that I used. All of these. Very dirty. Do you guys want a video of me washing my makeup brushes? Would that be like aesthetic? This is the white eyeliner that I use. The NYX eye pencil. I guess I'll just pop it on. I like to warm it up in my hand. Pop that there. I've been having a really big problem with my eyes watering like in the morning, so every time I do my makeup in the morning, like I could never do this because my eyes water like crazy. But I think it looks so pretty. It just really brightens the look. And I am gonna touch up my mascara. I use a shit ton of mascaras, but recently I've actually gone back to the Too Faced Better Than Sex. You guys know my holy grail combo is L'Oreal Telescopic and CoverGirl Lash Blast on top. That's what I have right now. I put this on earlier at like 9 a.m. But my sister actually got this like for free, and she was like, "Oh, do you want it?" I was like, I couldn't remember if I liked this mascara or not. I used to buy like really high-end mascaras, and this one and the Benefit, they're real. She got one. No, actually, I got this in my FabFitFun, and she got this in like some Benefit box or whatever. I used to use these all the time, but then I was like, why am I paying $40 for mascara? So I'll just use, but I do really like this. I won't be repurchasing it though, just because it is so expensive, but it's nice to use for now. So I'll just retouch up my mascara here, like this. Obviously get the bottom. I normally put waterproof on the bottom, but that's okay. Because I feel like it runs a little bit less. But yeah. I'm getting my eyelashes put back on because I'm going on vacation. So I'm hoping that these stay intact, because the last time I had eyelash extensions, I had them for about 6 months, and then when I got them taken off, they were nubs. So, is the mascara really better than sex? I'll let you decide. Alrighty, so we're just gonna finish off with our lips. I like to wipe them with a Q-tip, and I'll also take the end of my Q-tip and wipe my nose ring too. I'll do that, and then pop on some. My lip combo changes all the time. My Fenty lip gloss is what I normally wear when I go out. That's in my purse right now, actually. So we'll just do, this is my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu, which I love this one, but let's see if there's a more fun one. No, we'll just use this actually. Tried and true. Just my lip, but better. And I forgot, I need to powder right here because it's a little shiny. And now normally I would set my makeup with this setting spray. This is the One Size Until Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, but it's like almost gone, so I don't want to waste it on this. But this is life-changing. Anything by One Size I really like. So I'll just use my ColourPop one. God, this one's great. I finding like high-end products that I like, because then I'm like, no. All right, and that is the completed look. So this is what it looks like. I'll show you guys. I need to wash my hair, sorry. But this is what it looks like, kind of in the natural lighting like this. The eyes are super pretty, but the face is giving. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing makeup videos for you guys, so I will continue to do them forever. And I finally feel like I've nailed my routine. I feel really great. I feel really pretty. And every time I go out, I feel like, this one guy was like, he was like, you look like a cartoon character. And I was like, I want to look plastic and I want to look fake. Like, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.